Now to the race for governor, a race that is tighter than ever. In fact, it can't get any closer between Rick Scott and Charlie Crist. According to a new CNN poll, 44% of likely voters favor Scott and 44% favor Crist. The election is just 3 weeks away. Meanwhile, Scott hopes a former governor will help him beat another former governor. Today, he unveiled a new ad featuring Jeb Bush, and in a matter of 30 seconds, he threw his support behind Scott and took a shot at Crist. Louis Bolden breaks down the ad and what it means for the race.
This ad includes the current governor, two former governors, including one who wants to be governor again. A political analyst we spoke to says this ad was a good move by Republicans.
In my experience as governor, I found that there are two kinds of politicians. Those that are driven by personal ambition.
In the latest campaign ad, former Republican Governor Jeb Bush takes a jab at former Republican turned independent turned Democrat Charlie Crist, and he takes a stand for Governor Rick Scott.
Rick Scott delivers results.
But you have to understand that in the Republican Party, that the Bush family is royalty. So when you've got that type of endorsement that comes out, that's a big, big deal.
The owner of Kramer Law Firm and political analyst Steven Kramer says Scott aligning himself with Bush is extremely beneficial. Bush was well-liked, served 2 terms, and could likely have won a third if it weren't for term limits. And the timing of the ad seems strategic.
Absentee ballots are out. So that means that this ad hits perfectly almost with absentee ballots.
It also comes as polls show Scott and Crist are neck and neck heading into the home stretch of the election, and each is looking for an edge.
This type of endorsement, this is like a knighting. And this is the type of endorsement that brings out the base. And that's going to be a big deal for Rick Scott.
Charlie Crist has some heavy hitters campaigning for him as well. We're told the First Lady of the United States will be in Orlando on Friday. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Louis. Scott and Crist will meet for their second debate tomorrow in South Florida.